Canada PR 2025, What Changed and How to Win. Canada just shocked thousands of applicants. In 2025, there are no more general express entry draws. Instead, only those in specific groups, like teachers, nurses, tradespeople, French speakers, are being invited. If you don't fit, you might never get PR. But don't panic. In this video, I'll break down everything that changed, who is winning, and the exact steps you can take to succeed. Disclaimer. This is educational content only. It's not legal advice. Always check the official IRCC website before making decisions. Here's what we'll cover today. Canada's new 2025-2027 immigration plan. The 6 express entry categories for 2025. Real draw examples with CRS cutoffs. A rule change that lowered many people's scores. A step-by-step playbook you can follow. Case studies of real profiles. And what's coming later this year? Here is the big picture. 2025-2027 plan. In late 2024, Canada adjusted its immigration goals. Instead of growth, they chose to slow things down. In 2025, the country will welcome about 395,000 permanent residents. By 2027, that drops to 365,000. At the same time, temporary residents like students and workers are being reduced. Why? The government says housing shortages and stretched public services forced their hand. For you, this means competition is tougher and strategy matters more. Here is the big change in express entry. In February 2025, IRCC announced something new, the education category. For the first time, teachers, early childhood educators, and assistants got their own targeted path. At the same time, draws shifted toward the Canadian experience class. This means if you already study or work in Canada, you are more likely to be invited. But if you're abroad, you now have to fit one of the 6 categories or secure a provincial nomination. Here is the 6 categories explained. Let's break them down. 1. French. Canada wants francophone growth outside Quebec. French draws often have lower CRS cutoffs. 2. Healthcare. Nurses, doctors, caregivers. July 2025 saw 4,000 invites here. Education, new in 2025. Teachers, assistants, early childhood roles. First draw invited 1,000 people at CRS 479. 4. Trades, welders, plumbers, electricians, still in shortage. 5. STEM, engineers, developers, data scientists. 6. Agri-food, farmers, supervisors, food processing workers. Each category requires at least 6 months of experience in the last 3 years in one listed job. That's the golden ticket. Here is the real 2025 draws. Let's look at the numbers. In March, a French draw invited 7,500 people with a CRS of just 379. On May 1st, the first education draw sent invites to 1,000 candidates with CRS 479. July 22nd, healthcare draw, 4,000 invited, CRS 475. Throughout July and August, Canadian experience class draws issued 3,000 invitations each, but scores were high, 518 to 534. Then, on September 4th, another French draw brought 4,500 invitations at CRS 446. See the pattern? 2025 is not about random invitations. It's about targeted groups. Let's talk about CRS change in March. Here's a rule change many people missed. On March 25, 2025, IRCC removed job offer points from the CRS system. If your score depended on a job offer, you may have lost 50 or even 200 points overnight. Provincial nomination points, however, still remain. This shift makes categories and PNPs more important than ever. Next is the playbook for success. So how do you succeed in 2025? Step 1. Choose your stream wisely. If you have Canadian work experience, go for CEC. If you're abroad, align with FSW or FST. Step 2. Match your job to a category. Check the no-see list on IRCC. Step 3. Boost your score. Learn French. TF or TCF exams are powerful. Step 4. Consider studying or working in Canada first to build CEC points. Step 5. Use PNPs. A provincial nomination almost guarantees an invitation. Step 6. Track every draw. Don't wait for luck. Adapt as soon as your category opens. Now the case study. Teacher abroad. Imagine a teacher in Nigeria. She applies under the new education category. She takes IELTS, starts French lessons for bonus points, and aligns her ENOC. When the education draw opens, she receives an invitation at CRS 480. If her score was lower, she could apply for a provincial nomination or seek Canadian work first. This is a realistic path in 2025. Another case study, nurse in Turkey. Now picture a nurse working in Turkey. She applies for a temporary permit in Canada, gains 1 year of work experience, and qualifies under CEC. At the same time, she fits the healthcare category. In July 2025, with a CRS of 475, she is invited. Both strategies, CEC and category, work together. In conclusion, Canada PR in 2025 is not about luck. It's about strategy. If you align with the categories and adapt to the new rules, you can still win. But if you wait for a general draw, you'll be waiting forever. Stay prepared, keep learning, and keep tracking the real data. If you found this video useful, subscribe now for verified immigration updates. Share it with someone who's planning to apply, because 2025 is different, and the sooner they know, the better.